Yeah, I feel like at this age and at this day and age, like, bro, it's like it's either going to be with somebody that you can learn from, that's going to teach you something, show me something, show me how to multiply my bag, show me how to do this, show me how to open up a storefront, a franchise. Nobody want to be doing these.
And what do you get at? Well, I hate when women say just teach it. Like, y'all need a teacher. So,
no,
like,
not even
y'all
that,
trying to go to school. Like, teach each other. Okay. But why does everything have to come with like everything to you? You gotta help me get to a bag, help me get my own business, help me.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like
examples always come with
somebody
finances.
I could bounce business ideas off of at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
A man can't teach you nothing else outside of money.
Listen, this video was very interesting as well, and once again, it's this modern way of thinking that's hurting relationships, and it's a part of the reason why a lot of these women will stay single for the rest of their lives. I think it's very interesting. Everything is based on finances. And you could just listen to how a lot of these women speak. It's about help me, my. Help me with it. Help me with my business. Help me do this. Help me do that. It's not about we, because they're really not thinking about we. They want somebody that's already established to put them on and help them to help build their businesses and help them with their stuff. They want to be independent, but they're struggling trying to do it by themselves. They need a man to put them on. Even though you want to do it all by yourself and take the credit, you want a man to show you the ropes and, help bounce business ideas off you. What man is bouncing business ideas off of a woman that he's trying to date and build a life with? What man is doing that? Most men ain't trying to do that. They're not trying to share business ideas with a woman they're trying to date and get to know and maybe establish a relationship with. That's not y'all not business partners. That's a business partner. Now, I'm not saying that once you establish a relationship and y'all get married and things like that, and y'all go into business together, where it's not about, you're saying, hey, bounce some business ideas off me while we're trying to date so I can go get my business established. That's not togetherness. That's him helping you do something that's completely yours while maintaining his. And this is what women want, because a lot of times they don't realize what they're saying, but what you're saying is, hey, help me get my stuff going. Help me get this going. And then once they do that, they may not even want to deal with you at this point, because their sole reasoning of talking to you was trying to benefit from you. Women look to benefit from a man. It's not always about building a relationship with him. While men are out here looking to possibly build relationships with women and to build a family because he wants to build a family, these women are looking for business opportunities. They're looking for finesse, or looking to try to finesse you. They're looking to try to gain something from you, not something y'all can grow and build together. They trying to get you to put them on so they can be successful unto themselves. And once they attain that success, they're not gonna be trying to build nothing with you, because they're gonna be focused on building that for themselves. So yeah, put them on. Help me. Always, that's what they want to use men. I don't understand, so it's the modern way. It's the modern way of how modern women think. It's all about finessing men. It's all about getting to the bag. It's all about making sure that you have the things that you need for yourself. And then once you get this man to help you build yourself up, then you go looking for the man that you really want to be with. Because it's not him. Because if it was, you wouldn't be focused on him trying to help you build your business. You would focus on getting in a relationship with him. Because if he already have a business, he already have these things going for himself, then if you really want a relationship, then you will be focused on establishing a relationship with him, not using him. That's the difference, see? And because you got to understand, but these are women who want to be in business for themselves. They want to be boss chicks. They want to be independently successful and wealthy for themselves, so they can take the credit and they can boast about how they made it and how they've created the success for themselves. What a lot of these women don't tell you is the majority of these women that you see who've created some type of success for themselves, allegedly, they had some man behind the scenes actually helping them. A lot of these women had somebody who was either business partners with them or somebody who was financing this stuff, somebody who helped them out, somebody who gave them a leg up. But they don't want to say that, because the whole goal is to make it seem like, oh, you've created this all by yourself. You had no help and you're just successful, and they boast about it. And because I don't know the reasoning behind it, but they want to be successful unto themselves. And then once they attain a level of success that they're happy with, then they want to find a man. But by the time you look for a man, then you're looking for Jesus. Because you equate your business savvy and success, you equate that to the type of man that you will qualify for. You think that because you are successful financially or business-wise, that you want a rich man who's richer than you to come in and be a part of your life, and it just doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, and they're realizing that. Some of the most successful women are single because they don't know how to pick a man. And they're using their education and their financial success as a means to determine what type of man they believe that they qualify for. And they believe that they qualify for a rich man. If they make $200,000, $300,000, he got to make $1 million. And that's how they gauge it. And that is not the proper way of how you go about getting into relationships. Finding a good relationship between a woman and a man has nothing to do with finances. It really doesn't. And who the person is as a person is separate from how much money they make. And I'm not saying you got to go with somebody who make very little money, but you also got to understand your money does not equate to you being a good man or a good woman. That's separate criteria for what determines whether you're going to be a good wife or a good husband, a good father, a good mother, or a good person. Money does not make those things happen for you. Either you are a good person or you're not. You could be broke and be a good person. You could be broke and be a bad person. You could be rich and be a good person. You could be rich and be a bad person. The money, all the education and money has nothing to do with the type of person that you are. So the criteria for finding a good husband or a good wife has nothing to do with finances. Because we all know you could meet a man with all the money in the world and he could be low down, piece of shit. He could be just a nasty person. He could knock your head in between the washer and the dryer. We know that. Money doesn't make you who you are. You are who you are, whether you have money or not. And sometimes when you have money, it only amplifies who you really are. Women and men, just people in general. So I just think it's interesting that we have a bunch of women, in the Black community who claim they're the most educated. But when it comes to going after the things that would make sense for healthy relationships, and they say they want that, they sure got it twisted. They sure got it all backwards. They're really not going after the right things that will give them those things, which lead you to believe that they really don't want that. They're just saying they do, but they really don't want it. They really want more of a lifestyle than a healthy, stable relationship or marriage. Because anybody who's been married for any amount of time knows that it's not about finances. Finances, you need that to survive and have a good life. But having a healthy, stable relationship is not based on how much money you have. There's other things that it's based upon, and it's not money. But these people are only focused on money, getting to the bag. You don't want a stable relationship. You want a lifestyle. You want a sponsor. You want a sugar daddy. You want somebody that you don't have to really be obligated to or responsible for. You just want them to provide a lifestyle for you because you want to be outside all the time. You don't really want to go through what it is necessary to build a stable, healthy relationship. You just want a lifestyle and you want money and you want to spend money, and that's it. And so this is why also, and this leads me to think of why a lot of these women are going into sex work, because that's the easy way out. Using your body, just running up your body count, lowering your respect level and for money, because you just want money. You want money. You don't really want a relationship. And if you can find a man who would be willing to be with you and make it look cute and just spend money on you, they would go for that. They don't want to do the work that needs to be done to build healthy relationships. And so you get what you get. And when you get what you get based on what you want and what you're choosing, don't be mad when the outcomes don't look like you think they should look. That's all. You make the choice. You choose the route that you want to go. Just keep in mind the route that you want to go, it has consequences. Everything in life has consequences. But the most educated women out here don't understand anything about consequences. They don't think that they should have them. They think they could choose any which way they want to go, and the consequences, should still be in the most highest regard. You should get all the best outcomes no matter what you choose to do in life. That's delusional. That's delusional thinking. So I think once again, a lot of these women are out here just looking to finesse a man. Y'all want men to help y'all with y'all business. Y'all could thrive and say you did it yourself. You're not looking to really build with somebody because you would need all that. Y'all build together. You establish things together. If you want, you can start a business together. But they don't want to do that because they want something to call their own. They want to be independently doing these things on their own. They want to boast about becoming rich on their own. And then once they get there, now they want a man to come in and follow their lead and be there for their moral support, and that's it. And that's not what men are looking for. So yeah, I think it's interesting that you hear women who say that, oh, hey, teach me something. Why can't y'all learn from each other? Why can't you build together and learn as you go? And build together. Y'all learn it together. I mean, it's very possible. People do it all the time. There are lots of husbands and wives who have businesses together. And then y'all could bounce business ideas off each other because y'all are together. You're married. You're doing it together. But they don't want to do that. They want to use you to help build them up, and that's about it. So they can brag and boast about it and do their own thing. Go out, have situationships, be who whatever they want to be with sexually, and they'll have no commitment to anybody. Be outside 24/7, travel as much as you want, spend all your money, and then when you spend all your money and you don't know how to get it back, now you're looking for another man to finesse to start it all over again, child. But this is how a lot of women think. This is why they by themselves, though, because men are not dealing with that type of foolishness. A lot of these men just don't have the time, and they don't want to risk their peace dealing with these types of women. So this is why women are not are single, and this is why men are not approaching. So it's just a usury hot mess out here in these streets, y'all, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better anytime soon. But hopefully something could change and shift and get these people to understand what's most important, Lord. I'll pray that happens, child. But listen, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos or go live. Y'all chime in. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.